Welcome back to another episode of In My Own Backyard, my friends. In this video, we are road tripping from Thunder Bay to the Peg. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the little bell to be notified when we're live with a new vid. That'll be awesome. We won't brag. Road tripping from Thunder Bay to Winnipeg. We locked and loaded, snacked up, gassed up. The road is open, windows down, music up. RT Izzo. This is how we rizzo. Crossing borders and time zones for real, yo. So this road trip starts in Thunder Bay. So before we get started, let's talk about at least 5 awesome things to do while you're here, besides the obvious choice of hiking the Sleeping Giant. Number 5, Thunder Bay Country Market and Finished Pancakes by Hoito. At the market, you can get jewelry, candles, jam, art, honey, baked goods, and fresh produce, while the Hoito restaurant is known for its delicious finished pancakes. Number 4, Fort Williams Historical Park and Thunder Bay Art Gallery. Since opening in 1973, Fort Williams Historical Park's locals dress up in period costumes to provide an interpretive experience of daily life in the 1800s. The site teaches you about fur trading, the First Nations people, and early European settlers. Thunder Bay Art Gallery is the largest public gallery between Sault Ste. Marie and Winnipeg, featuring work from various regional, national, and international artists, as well as fine crafts from many Canadian artists, including several Indigenous artists from right here on Turtle Island. Number 3, Sailing Lake Superior. Going to Thunder Bay without doing something on Lake Superior would be a major missed opportunity. So, with a last name like Rudder, I knew exactly what I needed to do. Number 2, Eagle Canyon Adventures and the Terry Fox Monument. About an hour from Thunder Bay is Eagle Canyon, home to Canada's longest foot suspension bridge. This is one of the best things to do in Thunder Bay for a fun-filled time, as you can take in delightful canyon views from the bridge. Terry Fox Monument. Terry Fox was an athlete and cancer survivor who went on a cross-country run in the 1980s to raise awareness and money for cancer research. This 9-foot-tall bronze statue was erected in his honor. Number 1, attending a powwow at a Nimkiwajah. A must-visit Thunder Bay tourist attraction is a Nimkiwajah, which towers over the city. Located in the lands of the Anishinaabe Nation, the name translates to Thunder Mountain. You can hike to the viewing point at 500 feet, where there's a lookout with vistas of Thunder Bay, Lake Superior, and the surrounding countryside. So, how far is Thunder Bay from Winnipeg? Well, the distance between Winnipeg and Thunder Bay is about 700 kilometers. Now, this drive could be done in around 8 hours, but we decided to spend one day driving, making little stops, and spending the night in the beautiful Kenora, the nearest town before hitting the border to Manitoba. This drive is about 5 hours, but we'll be making stops along the way. The drive from Kenora to Winnipeg is about 2 to 3 hours, but again, we'll be making stops along the way. The first stop is the Eddie, a perfect place to get breakfast or lunch. Everything is made fresh. The Eddie burger and the fish and chips are top notch.
Excuse me, Chris. Okay.
What's even better is that it's right next to the Kakabeka Falls Provincial Park, home of Ontario's second highest vertical waterfall at over 40 meters.
Hey, Chris. What do you think about Kakabeka Falls?
Oh my gosh, it's hard to imagine that such beauty exists in our province. I mean, those who love nature know, but those who don't know, like, damn, like, it's incredible.
It's stunning.
Yeah, what did you think?
It's stunning, it's calming. If you love hike, beautiful place to hike around. If you want to just sit and meditate, unbelievable.
Next is the Central Eastern Standard Time Zone marker, around 50 minutes, 76 kilometers from Kakabeka Falls. Here you can stop for a snack or travel through time by crossing the marker several times. After about an hour and 30 minutes, 143 kilometers, you'll reach Ignace. Tower Hill is a great place to stretch your legs, a lookout with stunning views of the surrounding woods and town. Then you can head into town to check out the Twin Beach aircraft, a hidden gem sitting there on the side of the road. It's another hour and 10 minutes before reaching Dryden. This delightful city is a perfect spot to get a bite to eat and see some sights. I recommend checking out Max the Moose, a 5.6 meter high statue that's been a proud symbol for Dryden since July 1962. Another must-see is the Roy Wilson Suspension Bridge, which is 34 meters and is above the Wabigoon River. Lastly, you'll end day one with an hour and 33 minute, 138 kilometers drive to Kenora. This city is the last big stop before rolling into Manitoba's rolling prairies, like what I did there. While here, I recommend checking out the main street, Husky the Muskie, the Lake of Woods Brewing Company, Sweet Lake of the Woods, and Lake of the Woods Railroaders Museum. If you have time, I would squeeze in a boat tour or some time on the beach. This is a perfect weekend getaway or road trip destination from Winnipeg. It's beautiful. Day 2. After fueling up, you'll drive for 40 minutes, 52 kilometers, until you reach the Manitoba Welcomes You sign, the perfect spot to catch a road trip shot. From the sign, you'll continue on Highway 44. Next, you'll drive for another 30 minutes, 34 kilometers, to White Shell Provincial Park, which has a variety of hiking trails. The Pinpoint Rapids Trail is an all-season destination, popular for its cross-country skiing in the winter and hiking in the summer.
Oh, Chris, what's up? Why
Nothing.
are you holding your hair like that?
Oh, this is just how I keep the bugs from flying in my ears.
Oh, okay.
They're so loud when they go by your ears and they're buzzing, so this is how I protect my ears.
Okay, cool.
We did the 5.1 kilometer loop, which has a scenic 2.7 kilometer route along the river and a more direct 2.4 kilometer route on the way back. The Pine Point Rapids are located at the halfway point of the loop. The full trail is 8.2 kilometers in length, but we probably don't have time for all of that. Just about a 2-minute drive further north on Highway 307, you'll find the Bennett Point Petroforms. While the Petroform site has been named the Bennett Point Petroforms, many still acknowledge the site by its original name in Anishinaabemowin, the Ojibwe language, as Manitou Abbey, translated to English as Where the Spirit Sits. It's a sacred site and remains in use to this day. As you walk through the Boreal Forest to see the sacred Petroform site, rocks and boulders arranged by indigenous peoples over millennia, we ask you to be respectful and do not touch or move any of the objects or materials from the site. Honestly, this next part is such a stunning drive, but you'll be feeling a little bit hungry by now. Luckily, the next stop is Jennifer's Picnic Restaurant. This food truck offers delightful appetizers, schnitzels, burgers, goulash, and fried shrimp. Okay, the next stop is the center of Canada Park. This is the exact longitudinal center of Canada, which is obviously a cool place to be as it's a geographical highlight and a gem. Finally, you drive another 34 minutes, about 30 kilometers along the Trans-Canada Highway until you reach the Peg. First, we'll check into the historic Fort Garry Hotel and Spa. Then we'll talk about 5 things we love doing here in Winnipeg. Number 5, hang out in Winnipeg's West End. I recommend taking the West End Biz Walking Mural Tour to learn about the community's local heroes, urban history, and the many cultures that make up the West End story. Be sure to visit Gladys's Caribbean Kitchen or the Indigenous-owned Feast Cafe Bistro for lunch or dinner. Number 4, Winnipeg brunch spots like Electric Lunch, Clementine, and Juneberry. Oh my gosh, Winnipeg knows how to do brunch and lunch, from the decor and service to the food and drinks. Unbelievable. It's so difficult to pick a winner here, so I'll let you be the judge. You tell me your favorite in the comments below. Number 3, Fort White Alive plus the Buffalo Stone Cafe. Just a short trip from the center of the city and you'll find yourself in the open prairie. Enjoy learning about the bison population and other wild animals, walk on the 7-kilometer forest trails, explore the marsh boardwalk, and immerse yourself in an interactive museum and aquarium. Treat yourself to a delicious bison burger at the Buffalo Stone Cafe. Other awesome activities you could do here include fishing, cycling, paddling, and wildlife watching. What an incredible place. Number 2 has to be the Forks, plus the Canada Walking Tour. Over 4 million people visit the Forks each year, take part in the history of the area. With 56 acres of diverse activities, the site offers options for every season, from truck stops and terminals to stores and a variety of food venues, ranging from organic bakeries to ethnic eateries and from casual restaurants to fine dining. The Forks Market also contains a wine and craft beer kiosk. And the Parks Canada Walking Tour, well, for thousands of years, the First Nations traded in this area, and the tour will begin by exploring their history. You'll also learn about how the outsiders from Europe charted the territory and the story of the Red River Métis. You'll also learn about Louis Riel, a Canadian politician, a founder of the province of Manitoba, and the political leader of the Métis people. Number 1, without a doubt, Canada Museum for Human Rights. The CMHR stands alone in its mission to enlighten visitors on the critical importance of human rights. By combining the most advanced technologies with timeless storytelling elements such as art, the museum has crafted a wide array of engaging and educational experiences. Truth be told, it can sometimes get really heavy, so I recommend checking in with yourself and taking breaks as needed. Sometimes it's hard to imagine what humans can do to other humans. Alrighty, that's it for this video. Head to roadtripontario.ca for the detailed blog post, and the link is in the description. But before you go, we wanted to let you know that we are currently working on a few videos and a lengthy detailed blog post about things to do in Winnipeg. So be sure to click the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thank you for watching. Cheers.